everybody out there on internet, it's me, Sam Miller, aka Kendama Joe, and welcome to another edition of How to Play Kendama. Now, this edition of How to Play Kendama is brought to you by the fans. Because you requested it, I'm going to teach it. And you guys requested this trick so much on my website, kendamajoe.com, that I felt obligated to actually teach it. So, this tutorial is going to be on the stilts. Now, the stilts, the execution of it is a lot like doing a lunar lander, but in a lot of ways it's actually harder than a lunar lander because the contact area between the stick and ball is a lot smaller. Whereas the lunar lander, you use a big portion of the cup, the stilts actually uses only the edge of the cup and part of the spike. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the ball in your hand with the hole facing straight up. With the stick dangling down, you would execute a pulling motion a lot like lunar lander, in which the stick's going to come up and it's going to rest with the cup in the hole, the edge of the cup, and the spike resting on the side of the ball. Now, this is what makes it very difficult, because if you do not land it precisely like that, straight up and down, if it's leaning one way or the other, it falls right off and it's done. So in a lot of ways, this trick is way harder than lunar lander. And I decided with this tutorial that I'm going to show you how to do it with my now legendary Shin Sakura model, because this was the kendama that I first landed this trick with, so it seems appropriate. So why don't we go over here about 5 feet, and I will explain the trick, and I'll show you in slow motion and all that wonderful stuff, and hopefully you learn something. So here we go. There are 3 things you must remember as you attempt to land the stilts. First, bend your knees and rise up to provide an extra pop on the swing. Second, pull your forearm toward you to provide the swing action needed to bring the stick up toward you. Lastly, position the hole of the ball just under the cup at the height of the swing to secure a soft landing and to reduce slippage. And there you have it, stilts. Very hard trick, very technical trick, but if you land it, you feel pretty accomplished. Now, one more thing before I go, and it's something I forgot to mention at the beginning. When holding the ball, make sure that your thumb isn't in the middle where it usually is. Slide it closer to the bottom where the string comes out, because what happens is when you try to do the stilts, for some odd reason when I do it, the cup and the spike will land, but then it'll rest here on my thumb, which is no good because that's cheating, because now the spike is balancing on your thumb. That's more contact area, you don't want that. Standing alone looks way cooler and it's not cheating. So that's all I've got to say on that part. Now, if you like what you saw in this tutorial, please comment below. If you have a request for a tutorial, don't hesitate to email me at kendamajoe@kendamajoe.com. I mean, that's how this tutorial happened, because a lot of you emailed me and asked that question. So until next time, go out there, practice the stilts, learn some variations from that, become a better player. And as I always say, go out there and keep dominating.